Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And here to help us start the day, Senior Pastor of the Movement Fellowship Church in Birmingham, Alabama, Dr. Kris Erskine. Good morning.
Good morning, Rickey and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. Let us pray. Our Father and our God, the one who watches over us, kept us in the middle of the night. While we slept and slumbered, you were up watching over us, keeping us, making sure that health and wholeness followed us and not death and despair. Thank you for another night. Thank you for another day. And we thank you that last night was not our last night, that you touched us this morning and allowed us the privilege of having a brand new day with new opportunities and new mercies and greater grace for whatever we're going to face on today. I thank you for this opportunity to share with those who perhaps are struggling in some area of their lives. I'm also praying for the person who is climbing the ladder of success, but needs to be reminded that every door open on their behalf, it was you who orchestrated it. Your word says that the steps of a good man, woman, are ordered by the Lord, and they delight in their way. Though they fall, they shall not utterly be cast down. It's you, God, who uphold them with your powerful hand. We've been young and now we're older. We've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor their seed begging bread. We look to you, the author and finisher of our faith, the God of our salvation. It's in your Son's name we pray. Amen. Well, listen, Rickey and the entire morning show, thank you so much for this opportunity. This has been Pastor E at the Movement Fellowship Church. Check us out whenever you're in Birmingham, Alabama, 1140 Pratt Highway in the beautiful city of Birmingham, Alabama. TMFClive.com, all things movement. We'll see you on tomorrow. Peace.
Thanks, Dr. Erskine, man. He's the senior pastor of the Movement Fellowship Church in Birmingham, Alabama. It's time for the praise break on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 14 minutes after the hour. Sorry, I had to get my praise on this morning. Good morning.
I understand it. Thank you for that. Good morning, Rickey. It's Tuesday, July 21st. Here's what's going on in the news. The U.S. is ramping up its response to Iran. American forces launched new strikes Monday targeting military sites tied to attacks on commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz. At the same time, President Trump is set to attend today's dignified transfer for 2 American soldiers killed in Iranian attacks in Jordan over the weekend. One is still missing. Trump says Iran will pay many times over for killing American troops. The renewed conflict has left roughly 100 service members injured, and a report from the New York Times claims the Pentagon is hiding dozens of injuries to service members. Meanwhile, our price at the pump continues to rise. Back here at home, the president is turning up the heat on trade by imposing new 50% tariffs on some Canadian products as retaliation for what it calls unfair Canadian trade practices. The tariffs will hit products ranging from wine and whiskey to hockey sticks. Now, south of the Canadian border, Rickey, New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani is standing on business when it comes to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Mamdani says Netanyahu should be arrested if he comes to New York for the UN General Assembly this September.
We're speaking about someone who's the subject of an international criminal court arrest warrant. And he's the subject of this arrest warrant for alleged crimes against humanity, for war crimes, and he's the architect of the genocide against Palestinians in Gaza. These are not facts of my personal assessment. They are facts of public record.
Now, Netanyahu has rejected the ICC's authority and calls it a kangaroo court with no jurisdiction over Israelis. President Trump responded on Truth Social, saying Netanyahu will not be arrested while he's here. This should be interesting to watch. For info on these stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Yes, indeed. Okay, there's a lot going on the internet regarding WNBA Toronto Tempo head coach Sandy Brondello, who was suspended 1 game without pay for calling Atlanta Dreams' Angel Reese a protected species during the game the other day. So let me give you some context to this poor choice of words. Like, she's from Australia. The term protected species originated from Australian sports. It's basically when a star player or a team receives favorable treatment and gets away with a little bit more than all the other players.
Oh.
So that's what Coach was like.
Okay.
Angel gets away with a little bit more than so-and-so. She's protected by the league is what she was saying. But she did apologize to Angel, saying that was a poor choice of words. And here's what Angel had to say.
First, I appreciate Sandy's apology, but also appreciate the love and support that I have had for the last 48 hours. It has been very overwhelming with a lot of love and also other things, but I am grateful that the league did take action on what the situation had happened. There is no place for discrimination or hate in this league from anyone, from fans to coaches to players. And I'm just grateful that we are able to move on from the situation and just play winning basketball.
There it is, man. It's my quick sports report right there. Briggity Tat, what you got coming up next in the hot spot?
Man, Rock T Future just locked in another win. His latest project is securing milestones, and I got the details up next in the hot spot on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 before the top of the hour, time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get on off into it. Well, y'all, Future is making major waves once again. His latest project dropped Friday, and it's called The Real Me. It just secured his spot as one of the rappers with the most #1 albums in the history of the game. He made a massive debut at the top of the Billboard 200s with over 130 units in its opening week. This is Future's 12th chart-topping album, placing him 3rd among all rap artists and 5th overall most #1s. He's now trailing only the Beatles, Taylor Swift, Drake, and Jay-Z in the record book. So congratulations go out to Future. That is what's up. Moving on, y'all. Lil Jon is turning one of the hardest chapters of his life into a story he hopes can help other people through theirs. He just announced that he's dropping a new book titled, I Only Shout So You Can Hear Me. And he's opening up about writing through the grief of losing his son, Nathan Smith, also known as DJ Young Slade. His son passed away back in February. He was found in a pond in Milton, Georgia, and an autopsy ruled the death an accidental drowning. Lil Jon says, me telling my story and what I'm going through could help somebody else get through it. He said, because I'm not alone. And his new book drops in October. So congratulations go out to him for even being able to, write a book and wanting to write a book to help somebody.
That book is going to really help him out, Brett, because he's going to get an opportunity to get it all out, to talk about it in detail, to go into, you have to go down real deep into what you're feeling in order to write a book, about grief and your grief process and everything that you have learned during the grief process. And I'm sure it's going to be a pretty interesting book. I can't wait to talk to him and see what I can do to help him with his book, because it's going to help a lot of people, because Lil Jon is iconic and we absolutely love him.
Yes. And then, Ricky, when you did your tour and stuff, your book tour, people were asking you questions, and then you got to pour into them and help them go through their grief and whatever they were going through. So
the only thing he got to be ready for, the people that come out for the book signing are going to be people that's dealing with going through the grief process themselves, looking for help. So it ain't like you're going to be signing the book and keep it moving. You got to stop. You're going to hug, and they're going to tell you their story and what happened to them, and it's going to help him because it's going to give him some insight as to how others have suffered worse and lost 2 and 3 kids and lost kids when they were 3 and 4 years old going through the grief process, and then you be like, wow, God, you allow me to see my son become an adult and graduate high school. These kids, some of these people didn't get to see their kids get on the school bus. And it's crazy how you can just develop a sense of gratitude from your own grief process by meeting somebody whose grief process was worse. Me and Lil Jon don't have to go to court and face our son's murderer. Right. Stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yes,
oh, it's deep, Brett. It's deep.
Goodness. It sounds like it.
Yeah, and to be honest, it just really hurt my feelings. See him go through that, because he's my friend, and I've been sitting here crying all morning. The grief hit you so hard in the morning time, and you're just trying to go about your day. I'm sure he's somewhere trying to make music. He just made some music with somebody just recently, still just trying to go on about his day and about his life, trying to do what he do for the people, to keep us entertained, to keep us having good music, and sit there, do it all while heartbroken, being heartbroken. Yes. I ain't mean to mess up your segment, but
no,
it's so
fine.
Personal, and I feel bad for him. I don't even be wanting to text him and bother him, just to give him his space. But this grief process, man, people going through this stuff, and man, when you start meeting people whose situation was where I was talking to my friend Delana yesterday, whose son was killed in the massacre, the University of Virginia, and Devin's birthday had just passed, and what she was going through and what she was dealing with. So I just feel bad for all of the people, everybody out there that's going through the grief process, and my prayers are with you. And I'm just excited for him and anything that Lil John got coming. We're going to support him. We're going to buy his book, and we're going to let him come on the radio and talk about it if he wants to come, and just do whatever we can to do to help any grieving parent. I'm sorry.
No worries, y'all. Hit us up for them wake-up calls, y'all. 866-9-RICKY.
Did I just start crying like a bitch on the radio?
Rickey, shut up. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Already, Tone Stith, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen, man. Hey, that's fly. Tone Stith, I love that right there, man. He's going to be on the One Voyage Cruise 2026. And listen, we sail out of Miami October the 26th through November the 1st on the Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady. And I'm going to be your host. Plus, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show is going to be broadcasting live. So y'all already know it's going to be an amazing time. It's going to be a party. And listen, we're taking over the entire ship. I cannot wait. And Brat, you're going to be bringing Judy too.
You already know what's up. Me and my beautiful going to have a fireside chat on that thing. We're going to be talking about our book, The Way Love Goes. I'm looking forward to relaxing by the pool, enjoying some good food. And I'm going to have to hop on that stage and perform a little bit. I can't let all these people get on stage, and I'm part of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and I don't get to grace the stage. So I'm getting on the stage. I'm going to rock that thing. I'm going to see if Rickey will be my hype man so we can get on down to the get down. You know what I'm saying? Go on and do Funkdafied with me. I'm excited to see T.I., Rick Ross, Keith Sweat, Pastor Mike, Jr., Karen White, Jacqueline Carr. It's so many performers, and it's going to be so awesome. I'm really excited.
Oh, my gosh, me too. I'm already practicing background dancing for you. So
come on now.
Oh, you got to do it.
For it.
And you got to perform your hit record.
Taste the biscuits.
Speaking of biscuits, y'all know we love some good food. There's like 20 restaurants on the ship, and Erica Campbell and her husband Warren Campbell are going to be hosting a vow renewal ceremony on the ship. Tony Terry's going to be there to sing his big song, When I'm With You.
Yeah.
And Keith Sweat's going to host a VIP reception. How special would it be to renew your vows on a cruise? Oh, my gosh, especially one like the One Voyage Cruise.
And speaking of vowels, Gary, you need to review your vowels and consonants because you can't get the words right. But anyway, we also have the Love and R&B Lounge on the ship featuring Eric Benet, Dave Hollister, Q Parker, Tone Stith, and Jay Brown. I'm so excited, man. There's going to be a lot of love on the cruise. And Gary, you're going to be hosting the tea parties again.
That's right, baby. I will be hosting my tea party again, and I'm going to be giving y'all some hot celebrity tea, baby. It's going to be hot. It's going to be so hot that my lips going to be burning. Now, you know what? I had so much fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I ain't going to burn like that. Oh, Jesus. Well, yeah, I ain't going to be there.
Are you going to be dripping? You going to be dripping? You going to bring your clothes?
Oh, yes, honey. I'm going to bring my illusions, honey. We call it illusions.
Okay.
I'm going to have my illusions, honey. And, because last year, Ricky, we had so much fun, honey. I mean, it was really nice. I enjoyed looking forward to seeing all the people, honey, and everybody coming on out again, honey. And I'd like to include the artists, y'all, at my tea party. Because when the artists participate,
be packed.
Yeah.
It'd be packed. You have to be early. That line be all the way down the boat for the tea party. You get more people than I get at karaoke. I ain't lying about that now.
I wonder why.
Right.
So anyway, y'all just come on out, honey. The tea party's going to be hot, honey. I'm going to be pouring much tea. And who knows, some of the people on the show might decide to go ahead and give up some of their tea, honey, that we could pour. Anybody?
That's right. Beach barbecues, festivals, concerts, line dances, salons, spa, tattoo parlor. It's a party with a purpose, man. And I love our HBCUs. Right, Rock?
Come on, man. HBCUs going to be in the building supporting the UNCF and our HBCUs all the time. And shout out to the Divine Nine because D9 going to be be on that boat, having an absolute blast. There's going to be some D9 mixers mixed in. There's going to be some group photos.
I'm so excited, man. Gary's Tea Party. Brat's going to be performing. T.I., Rick Ross, Keith Sweat, and much more. What you got, Special K?
Oh, man. And you might make some friends at the comedy shows. Come laugh with Rickey Smiley, D.L. Hughley, Anthony Anderson, Cedric the Entertainer, and even little old me. We got R&B, hip-hop, Southern soul, gospel, and funk. Every music for everybody, something for everybody.
That's right. So book your cabin today. Go to onevoyagecruise.com. That's onevoyagecruise.com or call 214-495-1963.
Give them again.
214-495-1963. Make sure you use the code Rickey, Rickey. 214-495-1963. Use code Rickey. We
That's
sail
right.
October 26th.
Man, listen, 6 nights of non-stop parties and concerts. You did not come on the ship to sleep. There will be no sleep. You will sleep when you get back. You will party with us all day and all night. Bring some tissue. Bring some Depends. You will not sleep. All of your favorite celebrities going to be in the beautiful Caribbean waters, man. Listen, what more can you ask for? So listen, go and get your crew together and book your cabin today. They are selling out fast. Go to onevoyagecruise.com. Don't miss it. That's onevoyagecruise.com.
Keep doing your thing,
These are the top places that I believe are money laundering, but I have absolutely no evidence to prove it. We all know this one. Arby's. Bring your ass to the front, boy.
Yep.
No, the jig is up, man. The jig is up. You cannot make me believe that people are actually in there buying your I'm sorry. I don't give a damn how many times you try to show commercials and say, we have the meats. Well, what you don't have is clientele, man. You're lying. Y'all are clearly being subsidized by some money laundering type. And for all the people who are going to be in the comments be like, no, I eat Arby's. I'm the one who's keeping them in business. Really? Really? So it's just you, huh? So you mean to tell me that Kmart went out of business but Arby's kept it going? What were we talking about?
Yeah.
Huh? So Toys R Us is gone. Circus City is gone. But Arby's has been killing its entire time. No, they haven't.
My mama used to work at Arby's.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has a tea in the color of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in Celebrity News. All right, now, this is something deep, baby. This tea here is hot. Okay, Maduka Okiyoki. Now, if y'all don't know who Maduka Okiyoki is, that's the baby's daddy. What's her name? Cardi B. That's Cardi B's boyfriend. That's Cardi B's boyfriend. Y'all not listening very closely, honey. Now, honey, his baby mama just went scorched earth, honey, on the Nigerian soccer star in a very brutal Instagram rant. Now, they're saying, y'all, the Dutch model, Miss Jaleisha, honey, Westall, honey, made explosive allegations about the goalie, accusing him, honey, of abuse and neglect, y'all, oh my God, and neglecting their young child because, honey, he's too busy out getting laid with women and men. That's what she said. Baby, she putting it all out there, honey. Now, she's letting it all be known. Now, they say Miss Westhoff went off, honey, on Maduka around the time, honey, that he was snapped, honey, hanging with Cardi B in Italy. Now, they were also, honey, seen hanging out during Paris Fashion Week. Now, this girl is telling it all. Now, they say it's not clear, honey, if the cardinal, honey, triggered, honey, Westhoff, but she has daggers, honey, from Maduka saying, I made you. No one knew who you were. And instead of loving me, you beat me. You cheated on me with men and women. You're a effing demon who destroyed my life. Now, Westhoff also added y'all that there's nothing wrong with being bi, honey. She's more upset that he's allegedly, y'all, been MIA in their child's life, honey, while he's been out there partying. Now, Miss Westhoff, honey, did not, honey, provide any other evidence on social media to back up her claims. Now, she said, we've reached out to Maduka about the claims, but, honey, have not heard anything back. Now, this is interesting. Now, when a man do this to a woman, honey, you know she going to put it out there, honey, that you're gay. She going to put it out there. She going to let the world know, honey, because she said, honey, that he was messing over her and he cheated on her and what have you. Now, Cardi B is the new one, but this is the deal now what confuses me, and I need to pray on this one. Cardi B was just with a guy who allegedly said that, honey, he was with women and men. Now she with another. Is that how she choose men, I'm wondering? Or are these women just lying on these men because they no longer with them? I don't know.
Yeah, why every time when a woman get mad at a man, you start hollering about he gay? Yeah. I don't understand. Or if a man don't want a woman, you must be gay. If he's structured and he's organized and he has discipline and ain't necessarily into them per se, why?
Because that's the lowest in our community. In our community, I'm gonna say it. That's the biggest insult a woman can put on a man. Because I think we're the only ones who do that.
Yeah,
maybe it's just me. I don't know.
And I'm talking about that's like a real thing. Like every time, it's always speculation of a successful, picky man's speculation around his sexuality. Because you don't see him with nobody, or he private about who he date or whatever. Because if you come out and say you date somebody, you with her, then you gonna get. And I always use this for example. Look how they do Terrence J when he come out with his wife and come out with his girlfriend, and look at the comments. I done been in a room when you walk in there with a date and watch sisters just go in on my date and just be real disrespectful at the Atlanta Hawks game. I'm telling you what I experienced now. The hatred and the jealousy and the mean, like why would you want to put your woman through that if you're a public figure? I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm not saying all, but most though.
Yeah. I don't have that problem.
That's a good
point. I know you don't have that problem because you be having your drip on walking down the same damn street downstairs. Please change. At least go to Six Flags. At least go somewhere. Go to Burger King. Damn, we tired of seeing that same street and Andrew Young standing with his arms out like, why you got to keep taping down here?
Turn right next time.
I went to the Ferris wheel. I did that for you. Did you not see
You didn't even show the Ferris wheel. You showed when you getting out of the thing. We didn't even know what you was getting out of. If the camera would have just zoomed up and saw that you was getting out of the Ferris wheel, you didn't give us no Ferris wheel. You showed us getting out of something. But everybody that's not from Atlanta, we don't know what you was getting out of. It looked like you was getting out of a subway train. You was getting out of a cubicle. You was getting out. Nobody showed the Ferris wheel. Come on, man! I be trying to help you.
I'm gonna do the Ferris wheel for Ricky.
Please do it over. And then when you step out, tell the cameraman to zoom up and show the Ferris wheel. There you go. Damn it! It pissed me off because I gave you the idea, but y'all you ain't executing, man. I'm trying to help you with your trip videos. Go ahead, bro.
We gonna get the Ferris wheel.
Please.
Oh, God. Okay, well, I ain't even in the motel. I'm just
Rocket pissed me off for real. I'm the one gave him the idea. I said, Gary, the Ferris wheel is one block over.
Come on,
Go do a video at the Ferris wheel. Then you show you getting off the thing, but don't show the damn Ferris wheel. Show the Waffle House and the Waffle House right behind the Ferris wheel.
Yes, sir.
You got all kind of production. All kind. Your drip videos would go viral if you just do little stuff, man.
Yes,
trying to help you, man.
You got the aquarium. You can go to the aquarium.
The Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today, y'all, is Vienna. On the high end, you say Vienna, and on the low end, just beautiful as hell. That's your Kahlua for today.
Thank you, Gary. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got your wake-up calls. Get at me, 866-9-RICKEY.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. You up this morning, you and your house shoes go and be better. Let's go. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. Come on. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us and just wake up.
My name is Onyx and I'm calling from Alexandria, Virginia, and I want to say good morning to all the beautiful people in the world. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Jasmine from the Charlotte area, waking up all of my rideshare drivers this morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yes, my name is Sheila Williams. I'm from Jacksonville, Arkansas. I wake up with Rickey Smiley every morning.
Good morning. This is Vienna from Titusville, Florida. I want to give a wake-up call to my beautiful mother on the way to work, Patricia Prince in Brevard County. Wake up and get this money, y'all. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Radio. Gang of city tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Because we gon' let them know. Kansas City, wake up. In Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Let's go. Wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm
what you got coming up next?
Listen, if you are a fan of this product, you need to go ahead and stock up right now because it is an end of an era. I am so devastated. I got the details coming up next in Techie Tuesday. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and we got the one and only Beyonce Alowishus with Techie Tuesday. What up, B?
Hey, good morning, Ricky. How are you?
Good morning. Blessed and highly favored. How you doing?
So, I am devastated because I'm a PlayStation fan, always been a PlayStation fan. I mean, I've gone through the PS, through the Vita, all that. Well, if you bought the PS5, you know that they asked you, did you want the digital version or do you want the actual hard copy version? So where you can stack it up like you have your DVDs at home. Well, PlayStation is finally ending hard video games. January 2028, there will no longer be hard video games, and a lot of people are very upset, so much so that there's now a lawsuit going on because they feel like Sony PlayStation is creating a monopoly, because then you're going to have to start paying fees for every time you want to get a game. They can take the games away even after you buy it. So people are upset, and they're calling for a lawsuit, and they're also saying you need to go ahead and stock up on your video games. Otherwise, people are going to have to start paying monthly fees potentially for some of these games, like they did with some of the storefronts with PS Vita and the handhelds as well. So if you have a kid that has a PS5, these are things you need to watch out for. Go ahead and get those hard copies of the game so you don't have to pay those monthly subscriptions. And I'm going to have to start looking at other options for video gaming for all my people out there. And if you're on Sony PlayStation, you can always follow me. It's Ms. MZ Alowishus. I love playing. I play Call of Duty, Madden, all that, and more. Now, I thought this was really cool because the mosquitoes are tearing us up. It is summertime. Ooh, it is hot outside. Yes. So these engineers have developed a 40 gram. Now, I don't know if you know how small 40 grams is, but I mean, it is tiny. And it is a drone that can actually fly around and kill these mosquitoes just by hearing the buzz of its sound. So they're doing it for people in Africa who have these mosquitoes that are passing around diseases and stuff like that. So that way the drones go up and they go after those mosquitoes. Very, very cool stuff. I mean, the drone is so tiny. It's amazing. And it tracks it by the hum of its the wings and everything. So
wait a minute. What?
Wait, how can we
What's
get
it called? Exactly. I'm Googling now.
It's not out for release yet, but they did really. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. Listen, I tell you a lot of this stuff before it comes out.
$900 for a damn mosquito machine that connects to a propane tank. And I probably had it plugged up for like 4 weeks. And I had to go get a propane tank, and it has caught 4 mosquitoes.
That's it?
That's all.
Not 4.
I got the mosquito attractant in it and everything. I'm dead damn serious. I really would like my money back.
Ricky, I did a commercial for a mosquito company and got torn up while I was shooting it. I was like, if y'all don't spray the stuff right now.
They say if you light coffee in a can, it helps a lot too, but neither here nor there. Also, here are some apps that you need to delete because they have major lawsuits for privacy invasion. So for all my ladies out there, the Flow app. Now, we know that this monitors our monthly cycles, and with everything going on, you need to make sure you go ahead and delete this app, the Flow app, FLO. Flow app. Also, ChatGPT has had a major data breach, something you probably want to erase right now. And oddly enough, if you have a sports kid and you've downloaded the Under Armour app, you need to delete that one as well because they also have released a lot of personal information out there. So those are just a couple apps to delete. But for more of these stories and more, I'm out of time today. I got a lot going on, but you can follow me at Beyonce, ATL, BEYONCE, ATL, and that is your Techie Tuesday.
Blats on it. What's up?
Hey, Shady, I'm out here doing some work right now, boy. Hitting the lick. I'm finna hit the lick, boy. I'm finna come up.
Oh, boy.
Gotta make some money right now, Shady. Gotta get this bread right now, Shady. I'm trying to find the work. Hey, get the big one first, Shady. We're gonna put that on the truck first. Yeah.
What you got?
What y'all on the hit?
Huh?
What y'all hit?
Oh, boy. Criminal tree, Shady.
What?
Criminal tree.
What you mean?
Boy, that white girl I been talking to, boy, her granddad got a criminal tree farm over here. Boy, the man done went out of town, boy. We done came up, boy. The man got a criminal tree farm, boy. White girl told her, she said, come over here, Black Tongue. She said, baby, you can get all the trees you want, boy. We gonna have about 30 criminal trees right now. All that we can get on this truck, son. So everybody who want a criminal tree, let me know.
It's July. You talking about a live criminal tree? Don't cut them right now, Blats.
Yeah, now, Shady, we could. Shady, you ain't gonna have that opportunity, but so much time.
Okay, but they gonna be dead. The tree's gonna be dead by Christmas. They're gonna dry.
They're gonna put them in some water. They're like a plant, Shady. How many trees you want? You got a big ass house, Shawty. How many trees you want? And I know Brat got a big ass house too. How many trees you want? Right, T, you got to get a tree for cause you got a little boy. Yeah. How much trees you want, Rod T?
Don't give me 2 of them, dog. Give me 2 of them.
I got you, Shawty. I'll bring how much trees you want.
But Black, how long the trees gonna be alive? They're gonna be dead they're gonna be turned brown by Christmas.
Shawty, you just keep some water in there. You just put them in some water, Shawty. They're gonna be very green and beautiful.
Man,
when
trees gonna be
Christmas come up.
They're going to be turned to weed by then.
It's right around the corner. You wait till the last minute. That's what's wrong with black people. Y'all wait till the last minute. Then you be looking crazy when you ain't got no Christmas tree for your children.
But how you out here in July on a Christmas tree lick?
Cuz, Shawty, I get a lick while I can get a lick. Shawty, the white girl said, hey, my granddaddy going to be out of town.
Well, who cut the trees?
Pumpkin. And, Pumpkin, Pancake, and Bubbles.
Who's Bubbles?
That Pancake cousin. That's his gay cousin, but he's strong though. He ain't that kind of sissy. He like a strong sissy.
All right, tell him.
Wait, hold on. You said Bubbles a sissy.
Yeah, Bubbles a sissy. That Pancake cousin, he a sissy, but he's strong. He ain't one of the little soft sissy. He a strong sissy.
Bubbles is handling that chainsaw.
Oh yeah, Bubbles. He was on chain gang for like 6 years, so Bubbles swole. But he like boys.
What is going on here?
So Bubba look like the dude on the Green Mile, but he's
yeah, he big, but he's short, but he's swole, son. He look like Super Day.
Hold it! Half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has a tea and a Kahlua of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you.
Come closer to the mic, please, Gary.
Okay. Because they were saying I was too loud at one point.
No,
and I'm not loud enough. Can you hear me now?
Yes, real
good. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Beyonce, honey, they made an announcement, honey. People are shocked. Oh, my God. They're saying, y'all, that Beyonce just dropped a quiet bombshell that has the entire beehive in absolute panic. Now, according to MTL, they're saying, y'all, the jaw-dropping scoop, y'all, from yesterday's historic 2026 FIFA World Cup final, y'all. And they're saying, guess what? Beyonce made an announcement that she had knee surgery on both of her knees, y'all. Oh, my God. This is devastating, y'all. They're saying, we all know, y'all, that the Queen Bee turned, honey, the New York, New Jersey Stadium into her personal star-studded runway yesterday. They say, but sitting front row next to her mogul husband, Jay-Z, y'all, to watch, honey, Spain defeat Argentina. Now, they say, but while, honey, the rest of the stadium, y'all, was focused on the pitch, they said internet sleuths and stadium, honey, cameras, y'all, were locked entirely on the Queen, honey. Now, during the high-stakes match, y'all, they're saying that cameras caught Beyonce, baby, turning to a very close friend in the stands, honey, and passionately, y'all, explaining a private situation while gesturing downward. They said, honey, while she was talking about downward, she was talking about her knees, honey. She let her friend know that she had both of her knees done. And people are wondering, what happened? I mean, was she down on her knees too much? Did Jay-Z have her on her knees too much? Was it too much dancing? How
dancing, for sure.
A young woman like that?
Moving around,
Yes.
you you can develop knee problems. I mean, she do a lot. So,
My God.
sometimes, people just have that. They just have to go get surgery and get the knees repaired or just cleaned up.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, bless her holy name, y'all. Well, hopefully and prayerfully,
praying, probably just on her knees praying.
Yes, Lord. She was praying, honey, because I guess when Jay-Z allegedly probably was cheating, honey, she was praying that, honey, he just came home to her and, didn't do nothing wrong.
Sometimes
honey.
you have to pray till your knees give out.
Yes, Lord, help us, Jesus.
We have to call on the Lord.
Yes, Lord. Well, she called on the Lord then because her knees are better, I'm sure, right now. And, she's doing well, bless her soul. And hopefully that Blue Ivy do well. She's praying for Blue Ivy, too, because, Blue Ivy, honey, she's been doing a lot of stuff lately as well. So prayerfully, y'all, and hopefully that everything goes well with the Carter family. And, Beyonce just do right, honey. It just touched my spirit. Oh, I'm just sad. I don't know.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Don't cry.
Okay, yeah,
Same, man.
I mean, Ricky, that's a sad thing when your knees get bad. Thank God mine haven't got bad yet, but we're just gonna keep Beyonce.
But what about her knees going bad got you emotional?
Because Ricky, she's a queen. Queen's knees don't usually get bad, you know. She's the queen, honey, and I mean, just think of all the queens out there, honey, that's just saddened, honey, and just devastated because Beyonce knees are bad.
I think it happens to dancers.
Say what, Alfredas?
I was just going to say, I think like knees, hips, like look at Prince, Madonna, their knees and their hips give out.
That song said, for the 9 months I carried you, growing inside me, no charge.
No
yes, Lord.
Don't have nothing to do with what we talking about, baby.
I was wondering.
Yes, Lord. Well, she not being charged, sweet Jesus. Yes, Lord. She ain't being charged.
Okay, Ricky.
For her knees, honey.
Yes, Lord.
All right.
Shirley Caesar. Shout out to
Yes,
Pastor
Lord.
Shirley Caesar.
All right.
9, but that thing deep, ain't it, Gary?
That is very deep.
9
Because
months
9
I
months
carried
she
you,
carried
growing inside
honey.
me.
No charge.
No
my Lord,
charge.
honey. So she ain't charging Blue Lily. She ain't charging Rumi or Sir,
Nobody.
honey. She ain't
No
charging
charge.
none of them, honey. My Lord.
No charge.
My glory.
Struggle.
Let them know, dog.
Don't cry, Gary.
I'm
Give us the
moving to
color of
next
the
story
day.
Because let me get quick to the next story.
Go
It's
ahead.
being reported, y'all, that Kendall Jenner, honey, you know, she's the younger sister of Kim Kardashian. That everybody's excited and talking about that she used to date Kim's new boyfriend.
Huh?
Yep, she used to date him, honey. She used to date Mr. Lewis Hamilton, and now he's dating Kim. So they're saying everybody's excited about it because, you know, when sisters date the same man, that's a wonderful thing because it lets people know that, you know, that love is available. And, you know, if you can't have him, I can.
That's gross.
That's not gross. I mean, you keep it in the family. Some people say it's better to keep it in the family. Ricky, would you want to date your girlfriend's sister?
Date me a girlfriend, sister. If she more finer and more bow-legged than her.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
The mama too.
No.
Yes. You know,
Sister,
so they're
the
keeping
mama.
it in the family.
Grandmama, all of them. Yeah.
Yuck.
Say, man.
No.
I mean, you keep it in the family. I think you should keep it in the family. When love is in the family, honey, I mean, it makes things better because now the person knows more about you. So when they know more about you and they date, you know, you keep dating the family, that's a good thing because, you know, it keeps it going.
Yeah,
And
the
it
mama
makes
got
people-
more knowledge to get her a sexy red wig and keep it
Yes.
moving.
Oh,
Yes.
no, Ricky, no.
Let her cook.
Let her cook. Let her cook, baby. Now that said, did y'all know what time it is?
What time is it?
Baby, let her cook, honey.
Hey.
Let her cook. Alfredas, you just cooked, honey, so come on now. Don't act like that.
I got 3 sisters. I would never.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Vienna. On the high end, you say Vienna, and on the low end, you say beautiful pale. That's your color for the day, and let her cook, baby.
Let her cook. Y'all give it up for Gary with the tea.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen, as we know by time right now, it's 27 after the hour. As we know by now, the FIFA World Cup final match went down Sunday, which ended in Spain beating Argentina by 1 point. But along with all of the fun and games came the racist history of Argentina. And I feel like we have to talk about it.
Yeah, Ricky. You know, Argentina has faced criticism for its history and ongoing issues involving race. Now, although Argentina is a diverse country, you wouldn't think so because they have always promoted the image of being a predominantly European nation. They've often overlooked the country's black and indigenous populations, even though Afro-Argentines have been part of the country's history since its founding.
Sorry about that. That's great. And joining us this morning to help break down where all of the hate and racism started from Roland Martin. Roland, good morning. Happy to have you.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Roland, I briefly touched on this yesterday, but my son was recently a victim of racism. And from what I understand after talking to him, this has been going on since he had this particular job. Where did all of this hate start in Argentina?
It goes back to 1800s. See, this is what happens when, Paul Harvey used to have a phrase, now the rest of the story. And unfortunately, when we think about history and what is being taught, things like this are not taught. First and foremost, folks need to understand Argentina is located in South America, the southern portion of South America. You look at the countries that surround Argentina. We're talking about Uruguay, Bolivia, Paraguay, Brazil, and we know about the number of black folks in Brazil. More enslaved folks are dropped off there than anywhere else. But what you had a decision by leaders in that country in the 1800s to say they want to be white, they want to be European. So when they had various wars in Argentina, what they did was they actually shipped black men to the front lines in order to, frankly, be killed in these wars, encouraged black women, Afro-Argentinians, to marry white men, imported Europeans from France and other countries. This is a country that used to be 30 to 40% black. Today, it's less than 1%, and that was all by design. And so it was a calculated decision by officials in that country that they wanted to be European. They wanted to be white. And so it goes to show you, when you think about it historically, what has happened in this world. Even when you talk about, we talk about present day Africa, people have to understand that was a result of the Berlin Conference, where the United States, France, Germany, all those countries got together and split up the country, drew the lines. And so you've always had this anti-black view in this world where white is right. And so this simply is a perfect example, but the greatest example of where literally leaders of a country chose to get rid of its black population and it favored its white population. And it's the racism is deeply rooted. I mean, we've seen videos of Argentina fans fighting black folks in this country, making monkey noises. I mean, this is ingrained in that country's history and culture.
Now, we're talking about South America, which we know South America is colorism is so real. But is this something that could be happening now in the U.S. with Donald Trump and his policies towards South Africans? White South Africans, I should say.
100%. Let's be perfectly clear. I have a continuing segment on Roland Martin Unfiltered called the GOP War on Black America. Donald Trump and MAGA, absolutely, they want white people in this country. The refugee program that has always brought folks in, that's what they want, bringing in these white South Africans. Donald Trump gave a speech where he said, can't we bring in people from Sweden and Denmark? I mean, he was literally, the other people understand what I'm saying. The occupant of the White House literally stood up in a speech and said, we want to bring in more white people. Can't we bring in more white people? What is the problem? So they believe in this great replacement theory. This is the basis of my book, White Fear. This is what we have to understand. The targeting of black people when it comes to public policy, the targeting of Latinos with them, what they don't like is the fact that we're moving towards becoming a nation that's majority people of color. They don't want this. This is about power and control. And so people need to understand the public policy, the actions that they're taking, the ending of grants and everything along those lines, is to slow all of this down. They do not want to see black people, Latinos prosper. And there's some black people like, well, you shouldn't say black and brown. Well, look, facts are facts. And to your point earlier, we have to understand also that this is also an issue when you talk about white Latinos. Assimilation has always been an issue because if you go around the world, white domination in terms of controlling economics, controlling power has always been the case. And so that's the thing. But we got to understand, this is public policy in America. This is what MAGA is trying to do as we speak.
Roland, I hope people are really paying attention to what you just said, because that is such a huge issue and something that we need to not be unaware of. But on a more back to kind of what sparked this whole conversation today, do you think international organizations like FIFA are doing enough to address the racism amongst their players and fans?
Hell no. Hell no, because and this thing goes beyond FIFA. First of all, let me be real clear. I am not even remotely a soccer fan. But anybody who understands and reads or follows the news understands that black players, African players, face racism in many of the European soccer leagues. We have to understand what is going on here. When I talk about this immigration issue in the United States, the same thing is happening across the world. Over the last 20 years, you've had riots and protests breaking out in England, in France, in Germany over the issue of immigration. You have these folks who are angry that they're getting blacker. But here's the problem. White people ain't having kids. They're not reproducing. And so you have to understand, this is very basic. You cannot have an economic future without more people. When people pass away, you got to replace them. And so in Europe, in these countries that are white, guess what? They are dying. And so the problem is, where are you seeing the immigration coming from? African nations. Well, guess what? All of those, remember I said the Berlin Conference, all those European nations that colonized African nations, well, this is what happens when you destroy countries, when you take countries over, when you rape and pillage their resources. And so now all of a sudden, those very people are now coming to these countries. And so Germany, the only reason Germany's economy has been stable for the past 2 decades is because of immigration. But they don't want they appreciate the economic stability. They don't want the people. So this is no different than Springfield, Ohio, where Donald Trump and J.D. Vance spread that lie about them eating cats and dogs. Springfield, Ohio, was a dying American city. Haitian immigrants came in, did jobs, did housing, and bring that city back to life. But guess what? The white folks didn't want that. So they would rather see themselves die. I mean, you got Conor McGregor, the UFC fighter, complaining about the indigenous people in Ireland. Guess what? The Irish white population, they're dying. So those countries are going to erode away without immigration. And right. So the attacks in the country, the same as the United States, what they don't like is blackness. Hey, Roland, can't blame us. They ain't having kids.
Absolutely. We're going to bring you on the other side, y'all. More with Roland Martin coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, listen, this morning we're talking about racism with Roland Martin, and earlier I talked about my son's racist experience with fans from Argentina while he was in Hollywood, Florida, and it really broke my heart. I stood there, Roland, and watched Argentinian fans come out and how they addressed my son and treated him like he did not exist. I caught one Argentinian man. He didn't know that I was, because I'm just standing there. He didn't know that I was his dad. He was looking him, Roland, he was looking him up and down like he was trash. He was staring at his shoes. My son had on some little worn out Adidas, and little socks, little ankle socks or whatever, dressed nice or whatever. They wasn't new. But my son worked. I'm just literally just took the day to go visit my son at his job. And when I saw what he was experiencing, Roland, it made me cry. Like I walked off and cried. I walked off to get in the car to go to the airport. And my son ran behind me. He grabbed me and said, Dad, you straight? You straight, Dad? No, Dad, no, it ain't. Man, to stand there and just watch people treat your son like they don't have no idea where he come from. They don't have no idea that he is cared for and that he is loved and that he went to IMG Academy and played basketball and have a master's degree from Alabama State University. And to see somebody that think that you're better than my son treat him and look him up and down like he stink, like he don't matter. And then I said, he said, yes, sir. He said, yes, sir, I deal with this every day. He said, I ignored that. He said, he said the Latino community and the Argentinians are so racist that he are glad to see white people.
Well, again, we have to understand American history. We have to understand world history. I mean, listen, if you go read how Gandhi, when Gandhi was in South Africa, there were people who have written about Gandhi's racist past in South Africa. We're talking about Gandhi, okay? And so what then happens when you look at what is now India and Pakistan, getting their freedom from the British. So this notion of whiteness, okay, has long been a worldwide thing. That's what colonialism, imperialism, taking over countries, making your culture the dominant culture, getting rid of the indigenous people. Listen, Christopher Columbus, so-called founding America in 1492. If you read Randall Robinson's book, he goes down to what is present-day St. Kitts. Indigenous people were already there; they existed. But oh no, we're coming in and we're going to name your country. We're not going to control this, and so that's what you have seen happen worldwide. And so what comes with that? This view that they are better. This view that let's look down. And so, listen, why do you think skin whitening is so huge in
Argentina,
Asian countries, in all across the world?
Yeah.
That thing is real, and it was exploding. It was exploding in a lot of African nations as well, because white has always been seen as right. That has been the case in the world. And we have to recognize that what comes with that is seeps into the mind, and then that drives behavior.
But let me ask you something. So many people, I have so many friends that are like, you know what? I'm moving to Portugal. I'm moving to Spain. I'm moving to South America because America is so racist. And I'm like, hold up. Portugal started this whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, won't they go through the same thing?
It's amazing what happens when you actually read. First of all, the people who are saying that are folks, frankly, who are of means, who can get up and go. I mean, listen, there is no perfect country in the world, and the reality is, what we also have to understand as African Americans, what is America's greatest export is actually our music and movies, and so. People around the world, why do people come to this country and have and take on the same view as white folks do when they see black people? Well, because when your movies and music have presented black people for decades as being inferior, as being less than, that's what they see. See, we don't understand the power of images in music. And that is the case. And so what you have seen is a constant fight against that, the reframing and the rebranding. And so we have to recognize that racism is real across the world.
Hold on, Ryan. Hold on, Roland.
People of color.
Roland, hold on. More Roland Martin coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Oh man, we got the one and only Roland Martin on with us this morning. Hey Roland, let's go to the calls right quick. You're on with Roland Martin.
Sure.
Good morning.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I'm calling from Miami, Florida, and yes, I have. So I'm actually Hispanic, and sadly, I did experience racism from another Hispanic person, never from another culture. So it is diverse, and it happens in every culture and every race.
Hi, I'm Elena, calling from West Monroe, Louisiana, and yes, I have experienced racism, unfortunately, living in northern Louisiana. You experience it, you learn how to deal with it at an early age. Your parents teach you what's right and what's wrong, and you just cope and move on from there.
Hi, I'm Darlene from D.C., and I just came back 2 days ago from an 8-day trip in Spain. Unreal. The racism over there is real.
Okay, I'm Nicole. I'm calling from Akron, Ohio. I've worked in nursing homes since I was 18 years old. I'm 48 now. And the racism that I've had people call me out my name. I was N-word this, N-word that. It doesn't even bother me anymore, the name, because I've been called that so many damn times.
How is it that you got Alzheimer's disease and you can't remember none of your kids and none of your grandkids' name? But one thing they can remember is to call you the N-word, and they know that when they don't know their spouse or anybody else in their family, but they see a black person, they can remember to call them the N-word. I find that real interesting, Roland.
Listen, it is deeply ingrained in American history and world history, and so this is the reality of what it means to be black in this country. I mean, if you go study, understand this thing is so deep. It even impacts us and even our own community when we start talking about light skin versus dark skin. When we talk about the paper bag test, when we talk about the black people who were passing. Listen, I had a great aunt in Louisiana who was passing for white, married a white guy. Her daughter is passing right now. Her grandkids are passing. In fact, when my aunt died, her daughter did not tell my grandmother for a month that her sister had died because she didn't want any of us showing up at the funeral. And so we have to understand that whiteness has always been defined as being better, as being more economical, as a better way of life. And so people achieve that. And so therefore, then you look down on folks who are darker. This has been that has been taught, that has been passed down. And so what Argentina did, which took it to a whole different level where you just got rid of your black population and purposely brought in Europeans, is exactly what has happened all across the world for centuries. And that's why when you look at public policy today, we are still living with that today when it comes to our lawmakers, when we talked about sports, things along those lines. And so the stance has to be zero tolerance. It has to be zero tolerance. And so when you ask what should FIFA do? What should the other soccer leagues do? You have to say enough is enough. And when you saw these soccer players choosing to walk off the field, when you have these fans throwing bananas at them and using racial epithets, when it is accepted, then it is going to continue. There has to be absolutely zero tolerance, and that's how we have to move forward. But we need to understand as African Americans that this same mentality is literally existing right now at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and in the halls of Congress, and is being impacted and is being when it comes to public policy, even though we are taxpayers.
Wow. Hey, Roland, I appreciate you coming on this morning, and thank you for every single thing that you do. I absolutely love and respect you, man. Roland, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Every night we're live, Roland Martin Unfiltered, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. Go to my YouTube channel, Black Star Network, and follow me at Roland S. Martin on all the platforms. Share our videos because we are unapologetically black. We center black people, and we don't apologize for it.
Hey, Roland, let me tell you this before we get off. I did check that man for sizing up my son.
You damn skippy.
And I don't give a damn if he understood English or not. He tried to play like he didn't understand English, but I got in his face and I pointed at my son. I said, "That's my son." And I made him look down at the shoe. I said, "You like his shoes?" I said, "That's my son. That's my son. Put some respect on him. Put your eyes somewhere else." I wish I had an interpreter with me because I would have cussed him out. But I tried to speak Spanish. I did the best I could, but my son didn't understand what I was trying to say at that point, and he didn't understand. I didn't understand myself. But whatever. But I just gave him that energy. Don't look at him like he ain't nothing.
Well, I believe cuss words are universal.
Yeah. I did give him. I gave him a few, but I let him feel my energy, and all of them looked the other way. All of them gathered up and looked off and stepped aside or whatever. My son had to calm me down. Don't you ever treat my son like that and look at him. I bet before he do that again, I bet he'll think before he do that again. And when you check people and when you check racism, I promise you teach them a lesson and they will be thoughtful and mindful before they do it to somebody else. Don't let it slide. You ain't got to get violent. You ain't got to go to jail, but don't let it slide. You make sure you check people on their racism sitting up there on the airplane. Why I got to this on my flight back, and on my flight back, why I got to play basketball? Why you want to say loud in first class?
Oh, it happens all the time.
You play basketball or football? I said, do you play football or do you play basketball? I said, do I look like? I said, tell me what a football player look like. I made everybody in that first class seat uncomfortable. Tell me, I said, how long did you play football? I said, I'm a best-selling author. I'm a bestseller.
So when they hit me with that, so when I with my Texas A&M stuff, they hit me with that. Did you play ball? I'm like, no. My daddy told me I can be a millionaire with my brain, not my body. And I gone back by my business. I ain't about to sit here and deal with your nonsense. I tell them no. Yeah. Or they see my ring. That's Super Bowl ring? No, that's my Alpha ring.
Right.
What's that? Fraternity. I see.
And why you need to know? Why you always asking questions? Why y'all always bothering us? Why we can't just exist? Why can't you just alone. Why you just can't say hi, how are you? And that's it. But you so curious and so curious as to why I'm sitting in first class. Don't know that I done wrote books and did stuff and that I'm educated. I graduated from Alabama State University and all my adult kids has graduated college. Don't understand the work that we put in and like we deserve to be in the same space. Huh?
Oh,
how about that? Man, I got their ass all the way together. I bet she shut the hell up. You better drink your wine and start talking to me, because if I start cracking these jokes and start cracking, let me be quiet before we get kicked off. Roland, have a night. Roland, thank you.
Let's go to commercial, man. Let's go to commercial.
Let's go to commercial. Bye, Roland.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 27 minutes after the hour, front page right here. Alfreda's, what up?
What up, Ricky? It's Tuesday, July 21st. Here's what's going on in the news. July is National Water Safety Month, and this story right here, Ricky, is a heartbreaking reminder to take water safety seriously, especially during this busy summer swimming season. 5 people are dead after trying to rescue a swimmer from a river in Ohio. Authorities say one person started struggling in the water and 4 others jumped in, one after another, to help. Sadly, all 5 drowned. Now, a child who was with that group flagged down a passing driver for help. The victims have not yet been identified. So, y'all, experts say even strong swimmers can get into trouble in rivers because of the fast currents. So if you see somebody struggling, try to remember this. Call, throw, don't go. So call 911, throw something that floats in, and don't jump in yourself unless you are trained.
And don't ever try to swim against the current. Swim either with it or swim sideways, especially if you're at the beach and you get into a rip current. Right. Or whatever, and you're swimming towards the shore, and it don't look like you're going anywhere. Swim sideways until you come out of the rip current or whatever. Right. The currents are serious.
Yeah. So with that in mind, Ricky, communities along the Gulf Coast are preparing for Tropical Storm Bertha. The storm is moving northwest with winds of 50 miles an hour, expected to bring some heavy rain, some strong winds, dangerous rip currents, and possible storm surge. So parts of Louisiana could start feeling the effects of that today and into early tomorrow. In other news, a developing story out of Mississippi. A police sergeant is under investigation after being accused of making racist comments to a black officer just days before a deadly Walmart police shooting. You remember this. The black officer later resigned, saying his complaint wasn't taken seriously. This is the shooting that killed that 1-year-old boy, and it's still under investigation. But real quick, Arizona voters are heading to the polls today for the state's summer primaries. They're choosing party nominees for governor, attorney general, secretary of state, several U.S. House seats. So we'll see if that, if that moves the needle and how things are going with that tomorrow. For info on these stories and more, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? All right, man, the internet is going crazy, banana nuts right now regarding WNBA Toronto Temple head coach Sandy Brondello. She was suspended 1 game without pay for calling Atlanta Dreams' Angel Reese a protected species during a game. So let me give you some context on this and break this thing down. So Coach Brondello, she's actually from Australia, right? And the term protected species originated from Australian sports. It basically means when a star player or a team receives favorable treatment and gets away with a little bit more than other players and other teams.
Yeah, so, well, she need to find another term because that's not appropriate for her to say here.
And that's exactly why she apologized to Angel for the poor choice of words. And here's what Angel said with her reply.
First, I appreciate Sandy's apology, but also appreciate the love and support that I have had for the last 48 hours. It has been very overwhelming with a lot of love and also other things. But I am grateful that the league did take action on what the situation had happened. There is no place for discrimination or hate in this league from anyone, from fans to coaches to players. And I'm just grateful that we are able to move on from the situation and just play winning basketball.
Is that true between Angel Reese and Kevin Durant and what's his name be going at it on Twitter? Is that real? Cause man, it be cracking me up. Kevin Durant, funny man.
Yeah, KD, he a sniper.
Yeah, him and Kevin Anthony Edwards, man, and then they be rude to each other. Then they be playing that church song up under the tweets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No,
let everything that has breath praise the Lord.
Good old-fashioned Jonan, man. Good old-fashioned Jonan.
They be going at it. I love it.
It's my quick sports report. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. Let's talk about it. Brat got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get on off into it. Well, y'all, LeBron James opened up about his longtime friendship with Jay-Z that dates back to when LeBron was just in high school and he was just a high school student. Check out what he said the Game Plan Summit went like.
Say MJ was my biggest inspiration as far as basketball, but like Jay is like my big brother. Like he's the one who's given me like so much game and has taught me so much. I met Jay when I was 16. We really just watched Jay and how they moved and how he moved and was like a sponge. He moved how a person that knows who he is and what he brings to the table is supposed to move, from the business side to the way he walked, to the way he talked, to the way he greeted people. Like it was just an aura about him and a professionalism in his respective genre that we all kind of learn. I'm always thinking about him anytime I'm doing something business-wise or making a decision or whatever, thinking like, is this gonna make him proud? He understood his position of power and how to use that as leverage for the betterment of himself and the people around him.
Wow, that's nice, man.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, y'all, moving on. 50
But
Cent.
please come back to Cleveland, though. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You had to get that in, didn't you?
Slide.
He coming.
50 Cent's efforts to help transform Shreveport, Louisiana into a film and entertainment hub has hit a hurdle since last week. He says he may be scaling back on the project. He posted a message saying, there are people in Shreveport that just don't want things to get better. I only make deals that make sense. I'm going to have to pull back on the Red River District. Peace. So the mayor of Shreveport, Tom Arsenault, responded saying that he believes the partnership will remain intact despite the public frustration. The mayor also says 50 has already made multi-million-dollar property investments in Shreveport, and he says that Fifth has also received state funds for at least 3 public projects that he can't see him just walking away right now. The mayor also acknowledged the pressure that comes with projects of this scale and says that direct communication between both sides would be the best way to resolve any disagreements. It was announced back in January the G Unit intended to invest over $124 million through a multi-phase redevelopment of 3 entertainment venues in Northwest Louisiana. So I hope that goes good because that would be great for Louisiana. So I hope they work everything out because that would be nice to have a huge, a film
studio.
Yeah, a big production studio like Tyler Perry's here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. And if you miss any part of the show, you can check it out on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show podcast, available wherever you get your podcast. And you can catch me on my social media at SoSoBrat. Coming
Boy,
up
you better
next,
say
y'all.
all that like a rapper. Gary, listen to her talking like a rapper.
You know what? The White Stone got the praise mixed down next, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.